Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and it is August 28th. We have arrived on Titan. We are over here in the rig, and we're going to go see what Xur has to offer. Now, if you guys didn't catch the episode we recorded this morning of The Last Word, we had an awesome guest online. Her name is Hoplite, and she actually helps run the Destiny raid secrets, along with other stuff in the community. So Xur is over here, Tentacle Face Man, so we'll cover more on the podcast at the end. Let's see what this guy has to offer. Alright, quick reminder, the exotic engram, your way to get exotics that you haven't acquired before. If you have all the exotics that can come from basically random exotic drops, it will give you a random piece of armor. Remember that armor will be related to the character that you are on, so if I'm on my Titan, I'm going to get a Titan exotic. Other than that, let's see what he's got. First, we've got the weapon, and it is Sunshot today. Very cool hand cannon, got a buff at one point, taking the magazine from 8 up to 12, which was really all it needed. And then the catalyst itself is the other piece, which is going to improve this thing even more. But the best thing about this is Sunburn. The weapon fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot, and then targets killed by Sunshot explode in solar energy. Now, the key word there is killed. This is not like Dragonfly where you have to get the specific headshot or anything. It's just when they die, they explode. So if you need an ad-killing solar weapon, this is kind of your guy right here. If you don't have Sunshot, it's been in the game for a while, but if for some reason you don't have Sunshot, buy this weapon because it's still good and it's even better than it used to be. So buy this thing, have some fun, explode some things. Feels pretty good. Next, for the hunters, we've got the Gwisin vest. Now, this one is going to be related to your Spectral blades. It says Roving Assassin. Each Spectral blade kill you make before going into stealth will restore more of your super energy. This is one of those that's actually pretty nice for running around with your Spectral blades, especially if you want to have it last longer. If you get 2 quick kills and then you pop into stealth again, you're going to have more super energy, let you roam a little longer, it allows you to, cover more ground in PvP, or, kill a couple guys, go stealth in PvE, run over here, kill this other group, run over here. It's a good way to extend your Spectral blade super, and it's one of the few that's actually going to give benefit to that super. On top of that, we've actually got a decent roll. So 63 on the stat roll. Pretty even spread. Nothing's getting pretty hammered. 10 mobility, 15 resilience. Not bad. 8 recovery, 9 discipline, 9 intellect, and 12 strength. So pretty even spread there. If you don't have a great Gwisin vest in the first place, I would consider getting this one if you like Spectral blades, because that's still a fun super. I get killed by it plenty, so I know there's plenty of guys that enjoy it. And so if you don't have this one or don't have a great roll, here you go. For the Titans, we have the Actium or rig. Now this, if you guys are possibly Xenophage users, perhaps especially, but any machine gun or auto rifle, Gnawing Hungers, for example, this is one you're going to want to get. The perk is Auto Loading Link. Steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifles or machine guns magazine from reserves. Now the cool thing about Xenophage, it's such a slow firing weapon. By the time you fire 2 bullets, you get, usually 1 or 2 back in, and you can unload all 28 or 34 without ever having to reload. Now, I don't know if it's going to work quite the same on something like 21% delirium that burns through bullets, but still overall, your Gnawing Hunger is going to last even longer for bullets, especially if you're running, say, auto rifle and Xenophage. This is kind of an amazing exotic for it. Now, over here, we have 65 on stats. We are pretty heavy on mobility, which I'm not a huge fan, and low on resilience, which for a Titan, you do want higher resilience. That helps your barricade wall. Recovery 12, discipline 9, intellect 13, strength 9. It's fine. I wouldn't say these are like amazing stats. I would love to see the mobility and resilience be at least a little more evened out, because if anything, flip those for a Titan. But still, overall, it's 65 stats on Actium War Rig. And if you don't have a great roll on this thing in the first place, maybe you're only sitting with one in the 50s, or if you only got one from collections, buy this thing. 65 still better than like 48. So definitely pick this one up. If you enjoy your auto rifles and machine guns, this is kind of a must-use. Check it out. It's going to serve you a lot better than you think. Titans, get this one if you're missing it. Finally, for the Warlocks, we had what used to be controversial, but we have the Contraverse Hold. Now, the perk here is Chaotic Exchanger. You resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade with either Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova. So you can actually charge the grenade up with any of those. Charged Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade damage on hit. So this was very powerful when you would hit with Handheld Supernova, get their grenade back. If you're like a fairly, recovery, discipline build or something like that, as a Warlock, you can definitely use this one to your advantage. Get your grenades back more frequently, be harder to kill while charging those grenades. It's not a bad one. It's not quite at the peak that it once was, but it's still pretty useful and fun for those who enjoy those void charging grenades. This is kind of your one. If that's your thing, check this out if you haven't before. Stats, we got 61 total, 10 mobility, 9 resilience, 12 recovery. At least the highest of those three is recovery. Discipline, intellect, strength is high. If you are dealing with like handheld supernovas or grenades, love to see some of these stats be a little higher on the bottom side of this thing, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So 61, not the highest, but if you don't have a Contraverse hold or don't have a great one, pick this up. If you enjoy those void charged grenades at all, this is your one. All right, Guardians, that pretty much wraps it up for Xur. As I said at the start, we did just get done recording episode 118 of the podcast, The Last Word. We had Hoplite on. She is awesome. She's a really cool community member. She also helps the Raid Secrets Reddit, which is awesome, and she just kind of is a really, really great person. So definitely look forward to that one, whether it be audio or video. Also, for you guys, thank you for blowing away 50,000 subs and still climbing. Covering Stasis stuff right now. We've got more to come there. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button and the alert bell. A lot of videos coming in the next 2 weeks, especially about Destiny and Stasis and all the stuff they're going to reveal. You also can find me on Twitch and Twitter. It's Ebontis on both. Thank you all for the support. I will see you very soon. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend.